Welcome to Craftin' Things. Craftin' Things from the Winona Public Library is offered monthly on the second Monday of the month. And during this time, we're going to be bringing it to you virtually. So I hope you enjoy our May craft. The craft is a paper balloon, and it's made from things that you might have right around the house. Pretty easy. It will be white, and we will introduce an option for some color. So let me tell you a few of the things that you'll need for this craft. You're going to need a scissors. You're going to need skewer. You will need 3 paper coffee filters, just kind of your standard ones, and a type of glue. I'm going to use a glue gun. Low temp glue gun work really well. You can use an Elmer's glue or some like a tacky glue, though I found that it took a little bit more time with the setup of those to make the flower happen. It does have to dry a little longer. So to get started, I will show you how you can introduce a little color into your flower bloom if you'd like to. And what you will do is you'll take your 3 layers of coffee filters and you're just simply going to fold them in half. And then you can fold it in half again. And then you will fold it one more time. So you have kind of a little like cone shape, like ice cream cone shape. All right, and then I'm going to use, in this case, I'm going to use for color just some watercolors. So I just have a simple, watercolor paint set, and I'm going to just go for a little bit of a kind of pink rosé color. So I'm going to just start with the red, and I'm putting it into a little cup of water. And I'm going to put in some pink, and I'm going to do a deeper purple. And it doesn't matter. You're just trying to find a color that you like. Perhaps you're more of an orange person, or you like maybe more on the yellow side. You can go with that. I'm simply just grabbing a few of these colors, and then I've got my color into my cup. Now, I will say, after doing a couple of these, I do find that if you have a deeper color, it did help to have that for the coloring of or tinting the coffee filter. It didn't. It stayed relatively light colored, and that's okay. You can just decide what works best for you. So a little bit more tint into it will give you the color you're looking for. So then you're going to just take your cup of water, just making so you see this, and you're going to dip this in, and you're going to go down about 1/3 of the way, and kind of let that water seep in to give it some color. And then that just kind of gives the center a little bit more color. So then you will open those up and let them dry. It takes about an hour. Coffee filters don't take too long to dry. So once they're dry, then you can go ahead and begin to cut them. I will also tell you, I did do one with a cupcake filter for a center bloom. I used 2 of them, and I found that added a little bit more color too. I'll show you that at the end. So we're going to take our 3 filters, and we're just going to do it the simplest way. We're going to just do it with white, okay? Actually, I have a couple of the colored ones, so I can do those on the back side. So we're going to take our 3 filters, fold them in half, here's one half, and then fold them in half again. All right, and then you have a little mini fan like, and we're going to look at this at like thirds. So I'm just going to cut this into thirds. I'm going to take my scissors, kind of looking it over, and I'm just simply going to cut down about 1/3 of the way. I'm just trying to kind of, have equal sized petals. And so then I'm going to trim them. And I'm just trying to trim the petals. And they don't have to be perfect. You can see mine aren't exact. And then I'm going to open them a little bit and kind of take a look, and you know, if there's little pieces you want to trim off or something, you can do that. Otherwise, you know, we're just going with what Mother Nature offers. So it's pretty easy. So my cuts are pretty good. I have a couple here I might want to go a little deeper on. So I'll just bring that up so you can see it. And now we have the center part from our fold. So I'm going to use that center part from the fold, and I'm going to use that as my guide. I'm going to take my skewer, I'm going to put it right into that center piece. And I'm going to move the flowers down, the petals down, and I'm going to take this first one and I'm going to glue it up. So you can see it's down about an inch and a half or so on the skewer. It doesn't really matter. You can choose. You don't want the skewer to show at the end of the blossom. So kind of keep that tucked inside. So here we go. I'm working it up, I use my glue to keep it all tacky in there. And there you can see. Kind of pull that together. We'll do the second one, and you can see I'm just going to put that glue again right at on the filter, but kind of at the base of the second flower. And then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to work that glue up into the center and kind of squish it together, making that blossom happen, okay? And the third one, same thing, putting that glue right on it. Try and get that close enough so maybe you can see the glue right on it. And now I'm going to squish it up into the other layers. And you want those layers to kind of fold out, making that flower look, okay? So there you go, there's your blossom. And if you, like I said, if you wanted to add color to it, you sure can do that. I have a little bouquet of them here, and well, I'll show you the one before I do the bouquet. So this is the one I did with a cupcake center, so cupcake liner. I used that the very center of it. I used it to clip out and make it the yellow, and then I added a little layer of pink, and then I had a little tinted layers of the coffee filter. And then this one is just simply the coffee filters. And if you have a nice little vase, you can just go ahead and place them in. And there you go. You have your own beautiful little flower blooms, paper flower blooms. I hope you enjoyed our craft. We look forward to seeing you next time. Bye now.